Listen, if you're watching this right now, it's not random. It's not just another video that popped up in your feed because the algorithm decided to throw something at you. No, there's something deeper happening here. You clicked on this because something inside you is stirring. Something that's been quietly whispering that change is coming, that December isn't going to be just another month on the calendar. And honestly, I need you to trust that feeling because what I'm about to share with you is going to shift everything you thought you knew about how miracles actually work. Here's the thing nobody talks about. We spend so much time waiting for miracles to look a certain way. We expect them to be loud, obvious, wrapped up in a perfect bow with a card that says, "Congratulations, your life is about to be amazing." Miracles are quiet at first. They slip in through the cracks of ordinary moments. They disguise themselves as coincidences, as random encounters, as that sudden urge to take a different route home or call someone you haven't spoken to in months. And most of us miss them completely because we're looking for fireworks when miracles speak in whispers. December is different though. There's something about the energy of this month that amplifies everything. It's like the universe decides to turn up the volume on all the things that have been trying to reach you, the signs you've been ignoring, the opportunities you've been too scared to take, the people who've been trying to connect with you. All of it gets magnified in December. And if you're not paying attention, if you're not tuned into what's actually happening around you, you're gonna miss the miracle that's been custom designed for your life. I know that sounds dramatic, but stay with me here because I've seen this happen over and over again. People who have been stuck for months, maybe even years, suddenly experiencing breakthrough after breakthrough in December. Not because they did anything drastically different, but because they finally started recognizing the signs that had been there all along. They stopped dismissing the nudges, stopped explaining away the synchronicities, stopped convincing themselves that good things only happen to other people. You see, most of us have been conditioned to believe that we have to earn miracles, that we have to be perfect enough, spiritual enough, deserving enough for something beautiful to happen in our lives. And that conditioning keeps us stuck in this loop of feeling like we're not ready yet, like we need to fix ourselves first before we can receive what's meant for us. But what if I told you that the miracle you're waiting for isn't waiting for you to be different? What if it's actually waiting for you to stop blocking it with all your doubts and all your reasons why it can't happen? The truth is, you've been preparing for this miracle without even knowing it. Every difficult conversation you've had, every boundary you've set, every time you chose yourself when it felt uncomfortable, every moment you trusted your instincts, even when other people didn't understand. All of that has been preparing you for what's coming in December. You've been building the capacity to receive something bigger than what you've been settling for. And here's where most people get tripped up. They think miracles are supposed to solve all their problems at once, like some cosmic reset button that makes everything perfect overnight. But miracles don't work that way. They work through you, not for you. They show up as opportunities that require you to step up, as doors that open but still need you to walk through them, as answers to prayers that come disguised as more questions. The miracle isn't that everything becomes easy. The miracle is that you become strong enough to handle what's next. I'm telling you this because December is going to test your faith in ways you're not expecting. You're going to have moments where you question everything, where the old patterns try to pull you back, where fear shows up dressed as logic, trying to convince you to stay safe. And that's exactly when you need to remember that miracles don't happen in your comfort zone. They happen in that space between letting go of what was and stepping into what could be. The signs are already there if you know how to look for them. That conversation that keeps coming up in different forms. That idea that won't leave you alone no matter how many times you try to dismiss it. That person who keeps crossing your path in the most unexpected ways. That feeling in your gut that something is shifting even when everything on the surface looks the same. These aren't coincidences. These are breadcrumbs leading you toward the miracle that's been waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. But here's what you need to understand about December. This month doesn't just hand you miracles on a silver platter. It creates the conditions for miracles to unfold. It brings people together who need to meet. It surfaces opportunities that have been buried under routine. It amplifies your intuition so you can finally hear what your soul has been trying to tell you. But you have to be willing to participate in your own miracle. You have to be willing to say yes to things that scare you, to trust timing that doesn't make logical sense, to believe in possibilities that you can't yet see the full picture of. So, let me ask you something. How many times have you felt like you were on the verge of something amazing, only to watch it slip through your fingers? How many times have you gotten your hopes up, started believing that this time would be different, only to end up disappointed again? I'm asking because I know that feeling. That feeling of being so close to breakthrough that you can almost taste it, but then nothing happens. Or worse, things actually get harder for a while. Here's what I've learned about December miracles, and this might challenge everything you think you know about timing. The miracle doesn't always show up when you want it to. It shows up when you're ready to handle what comes with it. And sometimes, getting ready means going through what feels like everything falling apart first. December has this way of clearing out everything that's not meant for your next chapter. And that clearing out process, it's not always pretty. You might find yourself having difficult conversations with people you love. You might realize that certain situations you've been tolerating are actually slowly draining your soul. You might discover that the life you've been building doesn't actually fit who you're becoming. And all of this can feel overwhelming, like you're losing everything instead of gaining something. But what's really happening is that December is making space for the miracle that requires room to breathe, room to grow, room to transform not just your circumstances, but you. Because here's the thing about miracles that nobody talks about. They don't just change your external world. They change you at a cellular level. They rewire how you see yourself, how you move through the world, how you relate to other people. And that kind of transformation, it needs space. It needs you to release your grip on how things have always been so you can step into how things are meant to be. I've watched people resist this process over and over again. They want the miracle, but they want to stay exactly the same. They want their life to change without having to change themselves. And I get it, because change is terrifying, even when it's good change. There's something about the familiar, even when it's not serving us, that feels safer than the unknown. But miracles live in the unknown. They live in that space where you can't control the outcome, where you have to trust something bigger than your own understanding. And December is going to ask you to trust in ways you haven't had to trust before. It's going to present you with opportunities that don't come with guarantees. It's going to connect you with people who see potential in you that you can't see in yourself yet. It's going to open doors that lead to paths you never considered walking. And every single time, you're going to have a choice. You can choose fear, or you can choose faith. You can choose what's predictable, or you can choose what's possible. The miracle you're about to receive, it's not going to look like anything you've imagined. It's going to be bigger in some ways and smaller in others. It's going to require courage you didn't know you had, and patience you're still learning to develop. It's going to challenge some of your beliefs about how life works and surprise you with how perfectly everything actually fits together when you stop trying to force it. Right now, as you're listening to this, the miracle is already in motion. The people who need to be part of your story are already being moved into position. The opportunities that will change everything are already being prepared. The healing you've been praying for is already beginning to happen on levels you can't see yet. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is already breaking through barriers you didn't even know existed, but you have to show up for it. You have to show up as the person who believes they deserve good things. You have to show up as someone who's willing to receive without needing to understand every detail of how it's happening. You have to show up as someone who trusts that the universe is conspiring in your favor, even when the evidence isn't clear yet. December is going to ask you to be brave in ways that matter. Not the kind of brave that looks impressive to other people, but the kind of brave that looks like choosing yourself when nobody's watching. The kind of brave that looks like speaking your truth even when your voice shakes. The kind of brave that looks like taking the next right step, even when you can't see the whole staircase. Your miracle is coming. Not because you've been perfect, not because you've earned it, not because the stars have aligned in some mystical way. Your miracle is coming because it's time, because you're ready, because everything you've been through has been preparing you for this moment when you finally understand that you don't have to wait for permission to receive what's meant for you. So here's what I need you to do right now. Stop waiting for more signs. Stop looking for more confirmation. Stop convincing yourself you need to be more ready than you already are. The miracle is here, it's happening, and it's waiting for you to simply say yes. Not a perfect yes, not a confident yes, just a willing yes. That's all it takes. If this message found you today, if something in your chest tightened when I talked about December being different, if you felt that quiet knowing that your time is now, then you already have everything you need. Trust that feeling. Trust that you didn't stumble upon this by accident. Trust that everything you've been through has led you to this moment where you finally understand that receiving your miracle isn't about being worthy enough. It's about being open enough. December is your month, your breakthrough month, your miracle month. And all you have to do is stop standing in your own way and let it happen. The universe has been setting this up for longer than you realize. Your only job now is to receive it. And I promise you, when you look back on this December, you're going to remember it as the month everything changed. The month you finally stopped waiting and started living the life that was always meant to be yours.